Well, welcome to the Keystone Historical Museum in the town of Keystone, South Dakota, with a population of 240 people. We've been a town since 1891. So we have two Keystones. We have Historic Keystone and we have Tourist Keystone. So we are located right now in Historic Keystone. This is the part of Keystone that as you're coming in and you're stopping at our lights, you take a left and you kind of wind your way around and all of a sudden, boom, you're in Historic Keystone. It's also the place that had many fires, and so sad to say a lot of the historical buildings are no longer here because of the fact that they were made out of lumber and they burnt down and they never was rebuilt. We have a historical walking tour that will take you in Historical Keystone and then through Tourist Keystone. So Tourist Keystone is where you drive through, places to eat, places to shop on your way to Mount Rushmore. So the cemetery is quite unique. We are the only cemetery that faces Mount Rushmore. So if you're buried on a certain side of the road that splits the cemetery, your headstone is kind of more at your feet, so you can have a view of Mount Rushmore. If you see an aerial view of the cemetery, it is laid out as a coffin shape. And it is believed, the story goes, that the Oddfellows in town had the land, they plotted it, and so we're not sure if they did that coffin shape for the cemetery on purpose or not. But we have a lot of famous people in there. We have Nick Clifford, the last living carver of Mount Rushmore. He is buried there and has a nice view of Mount Rushmore. A lot of the founding members of Keystone are there. We have headstones that are handmade. We have headstones that are not marked, but you can tell they were a carver that worked at Mount Rushmore because you'll see honeycombing on one. We have Chinaman that did laundry here in Keystone, and he is buried up there under the name of Sam Lee. And on the back, his headstone is written in Chinese. Our cemetery kind of slants upward. So if you go up toward the flagpoles in the cemetery, you get a really good view of Mount Rushmore, and you actually can see just how large the heads actually are compared to going to Mount Rushmore and being down under the heads. So as you're going toward Mount Rushmore and that cemetery road, so you take a left and you just follow the signs, and then you'll see it's Mountain View Cemetery, and it's just a great place. There is a new small chapel there that was donated by Nick and Carolyn Clifford. Just come and see us. We have a lot to offer. If you're here to buy gifts, you've got many places to go, but we just have so much hidden history. Come, do the walking tour, absorb our history, ask questions. We love to answer them.